Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Nos programmes offrent plusieurs langues. Veuillez visiter suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Nuestros programas ofrecen varios idiomas. Visite suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Τα προγράμματά μας προσφέρονται σε πολλές γλώσσες. Παρακαλούμε δείτε suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Meat industry should be cut. That will help the planet. That will help to reserve our water, to refuel our lakes and our river again. That is physically and scientifically speaking. I'm not talking about the merit, the bad karmic contribution that we are doing to ourselves by harming others and torturing animals and killing them just to save our stomach.
Extreme weather events, droughts around the world, part 1 of 3. Continue watching to find out more.
Grüß Gott means hello in German, the official language of Liechtenstein. I'm Andreas. The people of Liechtenstein thank you for protecting the environment and being eco-conscious. Welcome to our show on extreme weather events, droughts around the world, part 1 of 3. Despite the diligent efforts of many people like you, our beautiful planet's climate has been changing rapidly over the past couple of decades due to the ongoing effects of climate change. As the world warms, Earth's climate has been undergoing intense heat waves caused by the increased chance of extremely hot days and nights. Warming air also boosts the evaporation of surface water, thus worsening the effects of droughts. More droughts create dry fields and forests that are prone to catching fire. So increased global temperatures mean longer wildfire seasons around the world. In addition, climate change causes sea levels to rise, which increases the amount of seawater on the planet, along with more rainfall pushed onshore during coastal storms. This increased seawater and rainfall can result in destructive flooding. Moreover, climate change is likely to make hurricanes more intense.
Whether it's the floods down in Houston, or Hurricane Irma that's threatening Florida, wildfires across the West, or extreme drought on the plains,
we're still struggling to fully comprehend its aftermath.
After one of the heaviest downpours in US history, the storm is generating an amount of rain that would normally be seen only once in more than 1,000 years.
Mother Nature is angry. We've never seen the kind of damage, the biblical flooding.
But the number of natural disasters has nearly quadrupled since 1970.
Droughts affect more people globally than any other natural disaster because droughts don't come and go like hurricanes, tornadoes, and wildfires, and their start might even be mistaken for a bit of a dry spell. However, the impact of droughts builds over time. For example, drought conditions can lead to food and water shortages, which in turn may increase the risk of disease and death. Significantly, climate change has made droughts more frequent and intense. According to the World Health Organization, WHO, each year an estimated 55 million people globally are affected by droughts, which are the most serious hazards to crops in nearly every part of the world. The western United States is experiencing a historic megadrought, an ongoing period of arid conditions not seen in centuries. According to researchers from Columbia University in states from California to Colorado, the years from 2000 to 2018 rank as the second driest 19-year period in the past 1,200 years. This phenomenon has been linked to a record number of wildfires, hundreds of millions of dead trees in western forest, declining groundwater levels, and diminishing soil moisture.
You're in a similar situation that all of your neighbors are in too, where they're having to make similar decisions based on the lack of water.
This entire valley right now has to make those kind of same decisions.
What percentage of the food in the world comes from this area?
Well, it's hard for me to say. I know when you look at the almonds and pistachios, they're in the 95% and up of the world.
Wow.
It's huge.
Yeah, that's huge.
However, many believe that the worst is yet to come. An article published by Mr. Paul Rogers, the Mercury News of San Jose, California, states that a megadrought emerging in the western US could be the worst in the modern age. The article also revealed that about half of this historic drought can be blamed on human-caused climate change. What separates this drought from past megadroughts is that the natural dry cycle is being magnified by a warming climate. This has caused the current megadrought to impact an even wider area than any that occurred in the past. What's happening now is a drought bigger than what modern society has seen, says bioclimatologist Park Williams. Dr. Daniel Swain, climate scientist at the University of California in Los Angeles, says the research on the megadrought is important because it provides evidence that human-caused climate change transformed what might have otherwise been a moderate long-term drought into a severe event comparable to the megadroughts of centuries past. We'll take a moment now to listen to an important message and be back shortly. Please stay tuned to Supreme Master Television. Welcome back to our show about worldwide extreme drought conditions. Further south in Central America, Chile is also in the midst of what scientists have labeled a megadrought, an uninterrupted period of dry years since 2010. Laguna de Aculeo has long been a popular summer destination for residents of Santiago, Chile. The shallow lake has been a haven for boaters, swimmers, and water skiers for decades. Its water once spread across an area 4 times the size of New York's Central Park and had a depth of 6 meters. But by April 2019, all of the water was gone, replaced by a crust of dried mud and a blanket of green vegetation. Around Santiago, Chile's capital, the lack of rain has been particularly extreme. Only 10 to 20% of normal rainfall was recorded from 2014 to 2019, and in the northern region of Coquimbo, rainfall was down by 90%. The drought is getting worse, and now the residents of central Chile have found themselves particularly vulnerable to the coronavirus pandemic. There are now 400,000 families, nearly 1.5 million people, whose supply of 50 liters of water a day depends on tankers. Rodrigo Mundaca, spokesman for the Movement for the Defense of Water, the Earth, and the Protection of the Environment, told the global news agency Agence France Presse. What are the solutions to the current global droughts? Many ways to improve the situation and prevent similar events from happening in the future have been suggested. However, Supreme Master Ching Hai describes the best approach as follows.
Here in Southern California, there's a drought currently, and talking about water rationing. And what do the experts in the interviews have to say?
The expert told us a lot of things, yes. They say that California right now is headed toward the worst drought in California recorded history, the worst drought they're heading to. Stockholm International Water Institute states that 70% of water is used by agriculture. Of that amount, A lot of it is going into planting corn and soy, and that is to feed animals, not humans. That's why we short of water, short of food. It's a waste of precious food, not just our precious water as well. The experts also calculate that 1 kilogram of beef takes 5,000 to 20,000 liters of water to produce, but 1 kilogram of wheat takes only 500 to 2,000 liters of water. That is 1/10, 10% of the amount of water for meat, you see? At a time when we have water shortage and all the reservoirs are dwindling at such an alarming rate, we are truly afraid that even if we don't take shower at all, it will not do much help. Because all the human uses and everything together is only 30% of water around the world. Everything else mostly used for meat industry, 70% of it. You see that? Meat industry should be cut. That will help the planet. That will help to reserve our water, to refuel our lakes and our river again. That is physically and scientifically speaking. I'm not talking about the merit, the bad karmic contribution that we are doing to ourselves by harming others and torturing animals and killing them just to save our stomach. Okay? On the other hand, if we forego 1 pound of beef, we can save more water than we stop showering for half a year. Just don't eat 4 hamburgers, and you can shower half a year every day, generously. Can you imagine the big difference like that? So if we really want to save the water for the world to be able to use for our daily necessity, not to talk about future generations, then we have to change to a vegetarian diet, animal-free diet. Animal industry must be out. That's it. Thank you.
May heaven bless the United States and Chile. We pray to heaven that the United States, Chile, and other affected countries quickly find the solutions to the drought conditions and water shortages. Kind viewers, thank you for your company today. Please join us again on the coming Monday for extreme weather events, Droughts Around the World, Part 2 of 3. May the Divine always bless you with good health and a long, happy life.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule and suprememastertv.com/PE.